You know, the more I think about the 96 movie, I've said this probably a dozen or more times, I still feel they should have gone with a peace accord and then save the iHarmony plot line for one of the latter movies. But what's constantly nagging me is that prologue. You know, the opener where the doctor says that the master was finally brought to trial on Skaro. There's just something questionable about that. I just keep feeling there was an alternative reason for that. Because think about it. You've got three main enemies. You got the doctor, who's basically defeated both the master and the Daleks. So there's the ultimate foes there. You got the master, who's basically screwed over the Daleks umpteen dozen times, and we know all the times that he's battled the doctor. And then you've got the Daleks, who have been trying to take over the universe God only knows how many times, and because of what the doctor and the master have done, they would rather see them dead than anything. So, question: why would the Daleks have a trial for the master on Skaro, and then on top of that allow the master's final request of the doctor being the one to take it back to Gallifrey? Unless there was an ulterior motive. Follow me on this. What if it was a plan to invade Gallifrey? What if? Whether it was a Dalek plan, a master plan, the master's plan, a joint venture, up in the air. Totally up in the air. But nonetheless, either way, after his execution, they actually transmatted the master to a cargo ship on the dark side of one of their twin moons, and then slipped the doctor an augmented Khaled. Knowing that check it, they slipped the augmented Khaled with just enough master DNA so that way nothing would look iffy. So on their way back to Gallifrey, the Valyard or Black Guardian time rams them, causing them to get thrown into the eve of the millennium. Granted, once again, the augmented Khaled managed to escape its little whatever you want to call that. And because the TARDIS console is going ape waga, it gets electrocuted, bringing the master persona to the forefront. So in turn, we see everything that happened in the 96 movie. But basically the whole notion is the augmented Khaled was supposed to take over the doctor, and then, forgive the analogy, the doctor is now acting as the spearhead towards the invasion of Gallifrey. Just a little thought. Blind dyslexic. Ciao for now.